Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today I have a quick special video about in-game settings and what I always change to actually enjoy fully Fallout 76. It's a perfect opportunity as I'm testing my new laptop for whenever I will be outside of my home that I can still record. Therefore, I have a fresh install of Fallout 76 and all the settings to be updated, as well as a bonus information for PC and laptop users. The most important fix: how to almost double FPS and cut in half input lag. So, let's go into the settings. An important note: you should be in game world before changing the game settings, as not all of them appear from the main menu. So load in first. Then, of course, something will be specific to you, like sensitivity, X, Y axis, and so on. But we focus on the important ones. Now, pacifist is a default mode, so we don't need to switch it on. I usually were going in here to switch it on. Now it's default and it's gray out because my character is level 2 that I'm currently on. Then quests that you want to start and be instantly active, you can modify it on off. Not super important early. Let's go to important ones. Advanced mod descriptions. This one will help you know what exactly your armor or weapon modifications are doing. On workbenches, the stats will properly display if you switch it on, so for me it's a must. Switch it on. Reject incoming shared perks, that's only for very specific builds. If there is a perk that will ruin your build, if someone is sharing it, you can switch sharing off. Normally, I mean, normally off means that people can share perks with you. Switching this setting on disables perk sharing. Then, aim assets that for controllers, backpacks visible, not visible. Now, important one. Grenade mine targeting mode. Unless you specifically want to shoot your own and someone else's grenades, you need to switch it to none. Therefore, you will never target grenades or mine. There is more settings. You can do only my own, all. I like none. Usually I don't have any purpose in targeting in VATS, grenades or mines. So switch it to none. The muzzle effects, non-explosive weapon impact effects, unfortunately, this is not what we want. We are still waiting for Bethesda to implement something to cut down on blinding flashbang explosions. No setting for that as of yet. Those I keep on. About build mode, I switch on for free cam. I use free cam most of the time, so I want to open build mode in free cam. Last location on. Then sensitivity, that's again player specific, everything else left as is, and we are going to display. There is a couple important points. Your resolution, your borderless window. Currently the game runs best in borderless window setting. There is full screen too, but I recommend keeping borderless unless you are experiencing crashes. Then you can try full screen. Preset starting from low, and yeah, I switch it instantly to ultra. Although it depends on your machine, even if the game will be running terribly first time you switch it to ultra, keep it until you implement the ini fix, the one and most important that I will show you in a moment. Then let's keep going. Depth of field is currently off by default, so that's perfect. Field of view, that's per player specific, but I like 90, so I always switch that. Everything else, crosshair, it's all good. General subtitles, I switch on dialogue general just because sometimes I play without the sound, and then those subtitles are helpful. After that, this is all good. The important one, uh, corpses. I don't like the highlight, especially after introduction of area looting. I can easily find a single corpse to loot everything around, so I like it disabled for more immersive experience. I don't want them glowing. This is off by default, that's good. After that, the Pip-Boy colors, I usually use Quick Boy, but I don't like it being white, so a quick fix, just moving all those to the bottom, green top, and I have beautiful Falloutish green color for it. Very important one here, camera shaking. This setting is so good. Switch it off as soon as you open this setting. When you see it, switch it off. What it does, whenever someone else is running in power armor, or you are running in power armor, or someone next to you is using explosive weapons, the screen will stop shaking when you switch it to off. No more headaches from playing Fallout. Absolutely, switch it to off. Game changer for me. HUD opacity, I just move it by 3 points. It's not much, it doesn't change how the game looks like, but it will save OLED screens from burnout, at least a little bit. And most importantly, when you open the Pip-Boy, the team list of names will naturally cover your stats. I will show you in a second. Now, enable power armor HUD. Off. For me, it's always off. The normal one gives so much more information, takes so much less screen when being in power armor. Switch it off. Unless you just want to experience the bulky look of the power armor HUD for a little bit, for immersive purposes, it's fine, but it's not really usable for playing the game longer. Show damage numbers absolutely on. This is not super accurate. Those damage numbers are not perfect, but they will give you a good idea how your weapon performs and which one is better. Not perfect, but good enough. So absolutely use it. Controls, audio, that's up to you. One thing I need to tell you about the controls, the jump button. If you switch it to something else than default spacebar, you'll be able to use jumping inside VATS and jetpack inside VATS. So that's quite big. Outside of that, up to your preference. And now you can see after the changes to transparency of screen elements, it's still everything perfectly visible. And if I open the Pip-Boy, now the names will not really obstruct the amount of carry weight I have, amount of health I have when I switch between pages, especially if player names are longer. This little change fixes this problem, and if you wonder how am I doing it that my Pip-Boy looks like that, if you press V, that's the view, that's the standard Pip-Boy view, the big and bulky, and if you change it, it's just on-screen overlay, very light one that still allows you to see everything in front of you. So for utility purposes, this is way more useful. So that's how it looks like. And now the important fix for PC and laptop users. For that, we need to find a file. So quit the Fallout 76 first, it cannot be open as we need to modify the files. So quit it. We are at home, that's Windows 11 look. You may vary, but you are looking for documents, either in here or in here on the side. Open it, and you should find My Games. And then if you have more games, there will be longer list, but we are looking for Fallout 76. Now, I have both versions. I have Xbox version and Steam version of Fallout 76. That's why there is more files than you will see. The Preps INI, Fallout 76 Preps INI, this one is for Steam version. So you are looking for this one. If you are on Xbox version, you are looking for Project 76 Preps INI. Different name, the same file inside. Open it, and what we are looking for, Control F, look for iPresent. iPresent, use arrows up, down, or just enter until you find it. If you cannot find it, you probably never launch Fallout 76 yet. This file is being created when you first time launch Fallout 76 and start playing. So go into the game first, then quit the game, look for this file again. iPresent, look for it, you will find it. I have it in here. There's only one I present. That's why I'm not typing entire name. And I know it may be very small on your screen, but the point is you just switch it to 0. That's the most important fix. Smoothness in the game, everything will be greatly improved. The most important of all fixes, I don't know why, after so many years, Bethesda didn't switch it by default in those files. So that's what you need to do. I think the only exception will be if your PC is 10 years or older, then maybe setting at 1 is better. But anything newer than that, switch it to 0. When closing, choose to save. And that's it. That's all you need to do to have a smooth experience. Then, as soon as you log in, if you didn't change it before, you should see that the game is much smoother. Or when you open the map and start moving, you should feel that there is no input lag, like the square where you are aiming is moving as soon as you touch your mouse on controller. So that's what it fixes. If you have on-screen FPS display, you will see a great increase in your frames per second, even after maxing out the game details. And this is everything I wanted to share for this particular video. Let me know if that was helpful. And that being said, thank you a lot for watching and see you all in the next one.